Alright, so update, pay no attention to the red all over my hair. I had to put my hat really tight or else it blows off when I'm skating, so kind of got a weird hat line there. Either way, so edited the video. It is rendering, it is uploading, and I like to leave myself a little bit of time during the day to have fun. And the reason being is you don't want to work yourself to death, because if you work yourself to death, you're not going to enjoy what you're doing. Now, it's hard to compare the two in the sense of, see, since I've built what I'm doing and I've built all of this, I do everything that I do, I built off of what I love, which is what's awesome. But at the same time, you always need a break from work to sometimes just relax. And that is exactly what I like to leave myself time to do. So when I go to make my schedule during the night for the next day, I leave myself free time so I can go do spontaneous things. So I can go do PlayStation or Xbox or just hang out with friends. I like to leave myself that time so I'm able to do so. And that's exactly what I just did. So video is edited. It's rendering right now. It's processing. So I was supposed to write my blog post, and then I had some free time. Well, instead of writing my blog post, I went ahead and used my free time first because I wanted to go ice skating. And ice skating is only for 1.5 hours between 11:30 and 1 o'clock. So I went ice skating. So now I'm just leaving ice skating and I am going to downtown Columbus to get in this video shoot that I've been wanting to do. So headed to downtown, and then from there we are going to have some time with the boys and enjoy ourselves some cars. Cars on this channel? What? Nah. Tell you one thing, I picked an absolute, wow, I look like a ghost. Focus. Hey, there we go. I picked an absolute terrible day. It says it's 40 degrees, but it's snowing and it is absolutely freezing. I am like, probably have hypothermia on my hands. Like, it's crazy how cold it is, but yet it says it's 40 degrees. The wind is awful. It's just a cold day. I thought spring was here. Yeah, it's not. Either way, you guys are not going to see that shoot because that shoot is private for special reasons that you might see later. But for now, I still showed you guys a quick montage of some of the stuff, just very little, but some. With that, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to warm up in the car. We're going to head home and we're going to upload the video and then probably work on a blog post and then head off to Corey's. All right, so we are back home now. Back at the crib, I just finished up eating. I was so hungry I had to eat. So heated up my Wendy's from last night and that's what we had. So let me tell you what we're about to do right now. And this is where a lot of profit is involved, a lot of revenue, and lots of connections. Okay, what we are about to do is we are about to sit down for about an hour and DM people on Instagram, on Twitter. And you might say, well, what does DMing have to do with anything in relation to do with revenue or profit? It's about the connections. It's about the It's about what you were able to discover. And what I mean by that is simply, okay, so you don't have the CEO of, no. You don't have Mark Zuckerberg's phone number, right? You don't have Buffalo Wild Wings, you know, like main social networking guy. You don't have, you know, Raceland Performance. You don't have their direct phone number. But what you do have is always a DM to be able to message someone or message that company. So what I do with my business is parts that I have for my car, racetracks that I've been to, that I'm looking to go to, parts that I'm looking to acquire, I tell them who I am and what I'm trying to do with their company over direct messaging. I'll tell them, hey, you know, I'm looking to get these wheels, or hey, I'm looking to get this suspension, or hey, I've been to your track, or hey, I just uploaded a video with your wheels or your suspension. Would you be interested in posting it on your social media platforms? 98% of the time, they either don't respond or they say no. But what did you lose? Absolutely nothing. But guess what? When they say yes, that is the one crucial part to this, because when they say yes, it helps massively. So by taking an hour out of your day, taking 2 hours out of your day, and direct messaging companies and businesses in relation to what you do. Now, this doesn't have to be in relation to what I do. You could be a makeup stylist, you know, reach out to makeup brands that you use and tell them that, you know, this is who you are, that you've used their product. You could do a review for them. You know, you could reach out to them in a different way of helping them get on the map more so than they are currently. There's so many different opportunities with direct messaging. So if you don't already DM people and reach out to businesses, you're missing out, and that's a huge part of success as far as profit building and revenue sharing. So I highly suggest you do that. With that, we're gonna get right into it. I've got like 50 companies I needed to DM, so that's what we're about to do for the next hour. All right, so I'm about to give you guys a quick example here on what I mean. Now, this is from my brand account, which is ZCo. So far, these are just the two that I've done so far today. So if you see this, well, actually, this is from today. This is like a couple days ago. But this one right here actually ended up coming through and actually ended up working out for a sponsor deal. So this was Raceland with my coils. Told them what I was doing. I sent them a link to my video. Asked me about my coils. So I'll pass your info on for consideration. And now, when you go out of here and you go into Twitter, get off this, and you go into Twitter, and when we go to Twitter and we go to Raceland, hopefully, maybe, there we go. We're gonna go to Raceland Coils, possibly find them here. There they are. And look at this. Right there, visit to watch Zane's review. Okay, and there it is. It's that easy. Now, see, people really don't realize how easy it is, but you have direct access to any business, any company in the world, because the biggest companies are going to have an IG, they're going to have a Twitter, they're going to have a Facebook, and there's that beautiful thing called DMs. Get in those DMs. Tell them what you're trying to do. Tell them who you are. Maybe nothing happens, but sometimes they're going to come through, and guess what? That come through, that's always a positive, and it's more viewership, more people getting an idea of what you're doing in your business. So you can never go wrong. I'd say that is the number one key to building success and building profits are sponsorships.
I'd like to love you, if I may. I'd like to love you.
FTB for everybody out there. Y'all know my daily. I actually didn't have any yesterday, and it was a good thing. I need to stop drinking so many of these, because not only are they addicting, but so we are stuck in massive traffic for what looks to be about 10 miles. So we got a little bit here, and this gives me a perfect opportunity to talk about something that I really want to resonate. And I do this a lot through social media platforms, especially my blog posts. But you know, I want to talk about the work-life balance and the ultimate happiness. I think so many people stick to the status quo of what is expected, you know. Wake up, work your average 9 to 5, go home, wake up and do it again, you know. And they love, I don't want to say they love, but they're used to that. That's all they know. And that's okay. But see, for someone like myself, I hate things being the same every day. I can't stand waking up every day and working the same hours every day. Like, you know, have to be in a specific place. I like having the flexibility of, oh, hey, I can work here, I can work there, I can work over there, I can work next door, I can work up on that balcony, I can work anywhere for any period of time. And you know, when I need to get my work done, that's what I do. So I like having flexibility. I like working what I want to work, what I need to work, and I like not having to work for anyone because I hate working for somebody. Sorry about the shake. I'm on my mount because I don't have my GoPro mount because I forgot it, so you're on my other mount and it's kind of shaky when it hits bumps. So I apologize for that, but you don't need to see me because I'm ugly and you're just listening, you're not really watching. So either way, I don't want to take up too much time here, but you need to find what makes you happy to the point where you don't consider it work. You know, to me now, ever since I've been doing my own thing and been an entrepreneur and doing my own thing each and every day, I don't have to answer to anybody. I can work what I want to work. I can do what I want to do. And to me, though, it's not really work because I absolutely love it. Like, every day is a blast. I wake up and I do what I want to do. Like, my work is fun. So why would I want anything different? And I have complete control of it. You know, I don't like being in the situation of somebody else. I like being on my own terms. So if something goes wrong, I blame myself. If I have success, I'm happy for myself. I don't like having to answer to people. I don't like having to rely on somebody for a paycheck. I like my own work. I like my own paycheck. I like to earn what I earn. And with that being said, it's such a great feeling doing your own thing and being happy because money means nothing. Money is material. And especially from my last job at Domino's, I learned to myself the most important thing to an individual's happiness is time. Time to do what you want, when you want, the ability to have time. And this does not mean slack. By no means does this mean slack. You know, when I say work, I still work every single day on what I love and what I care about, but I'm still working, you know? And just because I don't have set hours, you know, you might be off at 5 o'clock, but I might be working till 11 because I might have a video shoot that I'm going to do. I might have a meeting or something like that, you know? It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it's what you love. It's what you ultimately call your happiness. And money doesn't matter. That's material. It's all about you and what you love and what your happiness is. You need to find that happiness. And if you have not found that happiness yet, that's okay. But you've got to do different things to find that happiness. And the last thing that I want to say is it's nice because you need to have that work-life balance. And I feel like with myself, I have that because although I don't really consider what I do work, I still like to have free time. So each and every day, every night when I go to make my schedule for the following day, I still leave myself time, little blocks, like hour-and-a-half blocks, 2-hour blocks, where I just have free time. And I typically give myself maybe 1 or 2 of those a day, either 1 in the morning or 1 at night, or maybe I double it up sometime if I want to go to a bigger event, it's like a movies or something. But that allows me to be able to still have free time for things that don't matter to me, like that don't make a paycheck, like playing PlayStation, like watching TV, like watching the NASCAR race, watching a YouTube video. You know, those things I don't get paid for. And if they don't get paid for it, I try to limit them. But at the same time, it allows me free time to be able to do that. So I just wanted to make that point today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini talk. We've got 13 minutes to Corey's house, so let's just fast forward to Corey's house, and next time you see me, we will be there. Okay? Cool. Obviously, we are done. I didn't get too much footage. It wasn't the best time to film, honestly. It was kind of dark once I got there, and we were kind of just hanging out, just having a good time, just talking. Went over and saw another car. Details later. And kind of just relaxed and just had a good time. But it wasn't a great opportunity really to film because of the light, so I didn't film too much. So I apologize for that. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyhow, we are back now, but we were in Lancaster. We were at my mom's house. She's not home, and I don't have cable, and there's a game on that I want to watch. And guess what? She does have cable. So we're gonna sit down and we're gonna watch the game. And with that, I'm gonna edit this video right here while we're watching the game. And then later on, probably during the intermission, we will go ahead and I'll show you guys how I plan out every single day, starting called my next day planning, starting a little bit later. So we'll pick this up in like an hour. All right, so it is currently 1 o'clock in the morning. I just finished editing this video. This is the last thing that needs to go in. Does not take long to add in one clip. All it needs to do is render and we good. So the last two things that I always do to end my night are going to be my 5-minute journal, which we talked about this morning. And it pretty much, you just grade yourself on how you did, how you feel you did throughout your day. Did you accomplish what you wanted to accomplish? Did you set out to, did you crush what you wanted to crush going into the day? What did you do well? What did you do bad? All the sorts of things like that. So that is one thing that I do. And the second thing and the last thing, I guess it could be the last thing, yeah, other than say prayers, brush your teeth, and go to bed, is the daily planning for the next day. Now, the way that I look at daily planning is every time that I have an idea, every time that I know that I need to get something done, it goes on my notes in my phone, on my iPad, on my Mac. It goes somewhere. So they're all correlated on the same notes app on iOS all the time. So if I know I need to get something done, it goes right there. So then at the end of the day, when the end of the day comes around, I look at that notes app and I realize, okay, I've got this to do, this to do, this to do, this to do, this to do. And I plug in order of importance. So then I'm going to take my notes app and I'm going to list, okay, this is the most important, this is the second most important, this is the third most important. And I go all the way down, up and down that list. And I pick the top, if I've got more than like 5, I'll pick like the top 4. So we take the top 4, we put those in order. Most important thing goes to the very beginning of the day. Now that comes after the workout, because obviously the first thing I do in the morning is go to the gym. So wake up, do the morning motivation, we get a quick bite to eat, a small bite to eat, and go to the gym, just like you guys saw this morning. Well, you didn't see any of that this morning because I forgot my day was a little bit thrown off because I didn't go to the gym because I wasn't feeling well. So from there, it's like the very first most important thing that you do, that's the first thing. And then you work your way throughout the day until after you leave yourself some blocks for some free time and some fun, you work your way throughout the day and you have those blocks of extra time and you have your blocks of work. Get that stuff done. And then at the end of the day, all of those things that you had set out to do should be complete because they're in your schedule. And not only are they in your schedule, your most important things you should have already gotten done because they were the utmost importance on your list. So that is how I base my day. And that is exactly what I'm about to do right now. I'm about to sit down. I'm about to base my day for tomorrow. I already know tomorrow that I'm meeting a couple guys from school at the gym at 6 a.m. for a game of 21. So you guys will see that tomorrow. I will upload. I'll put some footage in there so you guys will see that. And then from there, I'll probably go work on another video. And I'm not really sure what from there because I know I've got a meeting at 10 o'clock, but I have not sat down. I have not reviewed anything. So that's going to be that. And that's going to wrap it up for today's vlog. So like I said, I really want to give you guys a behind the scenes of what I do on a day-to-day basis. Some days it's going to be not as exciting and not as fun like today. I didn't really do too much as far as going out and having a good time. It was kind of a boring day for me. Is every day going to be like this? No. But are some days like this? Yes. But I told myself, and I told you guys I'm going to vlog every single day. And that's exactly what the plan is. So this is the first time we're going to try this. Give me your feedback, comments, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube comments. Like this video, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out and have a great night.